can see I missed you.
Good.
Thoughts on Caleb?
You first, young man.
Talking to Caleb felt like talking to a group. I'm thinking possession.
Possession is plausible, but the clues are confusing. We jump to no conclusions. Instead, we gather proof.
God's Acre?
God's Acre. Too heavy to lower from your side. Here we are. Let us find the graves of Alexander and Ruth, and whatever got Caleb acting so strange. I have another in sight. Watch out! Spectre possession.
Is that a female?
I think I see a patella.
Lovely.
Ruth Watson. There's another grave beneath it.
Huh?
Piss off! If undertakers did this, they should find other work.
I doubt there's a job on Earth that suits whatever did this. Decoys to distract wayward specters. Rudimentary. Someone's had a little training. Here did lie Alexander Watson.
Did Caleb take their bodies?
Someone did. And he's at the top of my list.
Well, they made quite the mess. Perhaps the decoys may show us the way.
Follow the path. Don't get too close.
I'll try.
This way. More of them.
Well, get lost, won't you?
That's what I was talking about when I said don't get too close.
Got this on for size.
Silver. Linen.
Piss off!
Demonology. I should have known.
Of course it is.
What in God's green hell is this?
Fight now, talk later.
Watch. That harvester switched form.
Physical to spectral. They do that.
I'll get you eventually.
Come back here!
I don't think she's doing any damage to the damn thing.
Enough! Damn crows!
Ready and waiting.
Giving it all you've got.
They never learn, do they? Crows incoming. It's stronger now. Brace yourself. Running away. A vicious scourge that despises the living. Indeed.
First series. Oh, I like that.
These lands. What a surprise indeed. Shrines now? With bones?
It's like Lady Blackwood's boudoir around here. A ghost left a blurred fragment of its memory. Oh there, fella. Nasty, aren't you?
Nasty, yes. But also shoddy. It's very poor work.
I think it's an echo.
Are you sure we didn't miss anything?
With a bit of luck, we'll find what we need. Is it just me, or?
I felt it too.
Each parchment smug discolored in which
What is this?
It looks like a butchered version of the ritual of Lesser Palingenesis.
The ritual of... that ritual? The one that brings someone back? That ritual?
Yes, that ritual.
Toki mi indrasta, skal numphalis.
As flesh unto verb, as verb unto heart, as heart unto flesh. Death's knot is unsevered, and I shall cut it.
Come to me, Ruth. Come to me, my love. Come back to me.
Caleb Watson invoked a ghost without a body for it to inhabit, so it took his. Caleb is no longer Caleb.
You got the wrong ghost, too.
He used pieces of his wife and also of his brother.
Ruth, Alexander, Caleb, could be any combination of them in there.
Let's go find out which.
Have some of this!
You shouldn't stay in there.
Piss off! Did you feel that?
It's close. Malice has been bound to this.
Can't remember what, isn't it? Oh, okay. Gotta find the things first. Maybe in the house. Probably not all of them though.
How sure are we that the ritual will work?
Caleb's work was poor. Your work will be good. Cold feet?
No. Not now, not ever.
The ritual shall work, and all shall be well. I promise.
this well. Nothing bad will ever come to us. Again. Shite off.
We've been to God's Acre. Quite a tale it told us. You're not Caleb, are you? Or at least not entirely.
Can't fog you. Alexander Watson. Long tale short, Caleb tried to bring his dead wife back. And I live here now.
So many questions. Where to even start?
Do both of you share Caleb's body?
Share? No. This house of flesh is mine. But because I am a generous man, I allow my brother to live in the cellar. We were twins. I was the rotten half, they said. But who's the rotten half now?
He was trying to bring his wife back. How did you end up in the mix?
Caleb made a fine cobbler, a poor brother, worse husband, and a truly terrible witch. The ritual went to shite, because, of course it did. There's something else you should know, if you don't know it already. I'm not alone. I completed the ritual. My darling Ruth is in here too.
You died trying to save Ruth from a burning house. True.
True.
And where was Caleb while all this was happening?
He was there. He stood rooted in place, frozen in fear. And then it was too late. He could do nothing but watch us burn. Caleb's name was ruined then. We're just putting the boot in.
You died trying to save Ruth from a burning house.
True.
And where was Caleb while all the...
He was there.
Caleb's
Caleb's name.
just seeing if I could get the other answer out of him.
Caleb was no saint, but this is hellish grim. Does he deserve it?
Aye, he does. And it's not like I killed him. He's alive in here somewhere. Watching me ruin his name. He can hear me now. Destroying his reputation. As I had to hear him destroy mine when he painted me a fornicator.
Oh, nice.
He took our love, Ruth and mine, and killed it. Now our love's reborn, and he can do naught but sit and watch. Caleb was a cat. Shite on him. Let him suffer.
You used the ritual to bring Ruth's spirit into Caleb's body. Why?
Love moves a soul to strange endeavors. We deserve a better life. I set myself to claiming it.
I understand your anger, more so your desire. But what of Ruth's? Did you consider what she wanted?
Caleb stole a life from me, but he also stole Ruth's voice. She shrank beneath him. Of course she wanted a second chance at life.
I'd like to hear this from Ruth. May I please speak with her?
No! We've carved ourselves out a little happiness at last. I'll not have you break it. Please, leave us alone. Give us this.
We need to speak to her, one way or another. If he won't tell us anything, perhaps the house Ruth died in will.
You're well placed to see what goes on around here. Help me out. Have you seen anything noteworthy?
I've made a point of keeping people away, but aye, I see things. And I take note.
Lammy Haskell. Any thoughts about him?
The Haskell boy? What about him? He's weird. Talked with Caleb about nonsense. Both of them were full of shite.
What's your take on the governor?
My brother gave him the glad hand act, and the governor lapped it up. Haskell's opinion of himself is far too high. To win his favour, you need only prop him up. He dragged my name through the dirt. Shite on him, and his so-called eloquence. What use is a silver tongue when your heart is yellow?
Tell me about folk here. Who stands out for you? What think you of them?
What think I of they who shunned me, gulled by my black-mouthed brother? What think I of malicious fools for whom I had to die to be redeemed? I'd say a curse upon them. But 'tis too late. The curse has already come.
How goes the settlement, would you say?
It's going to hell in a shitting handcart. Not that I care, mind. But there's sport in guessing who shall live and who shall die. Hope they find that witch, though. Can't have witches about the place doing the devil's work.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
Alone? Not really. Hush now. All it...
Finally, what is a love affair with a sister-in-law?
Well, nothing bad will ever come to us
Ruth
again.
and Alexander are having an affair in her husband's body.
I can't find an angle that isn't just plain wrong.
Something feels wrong. Something about Ruth. If we find the ghost tie, we can talk to her.
Find the burned down house. I don't remember seeing a burnt down house. This one, perhaps?
The house that burned down. The roof fell in with them inside.
There's a lot of debris. Beware. Wards.
How the hell do I get in there? Tell me I have to go all the way around the map just to get in that fucking thing? Or wait, it looks like a path right there. Possible, possible.
I can't help you. The ghost wards feel far away from here. Just one keeps me from manifesting. Fancy knocking it down? Missed me?
Always.
I think someone was gonna be like, hey, what the hell was that gunshot? And then they're gonna wonder what the fuck this is.
To make you angry.
Okay, guess we're climbing up. Caleb had another discussion this morning. I went walking and caught him sobbing in the garden. When I came back, he apologized. I took it badly too. He's kind and romantic and listens well, which is why I married him, but I also sometimes uncomfortable. He is my husband and I am his wife. A woman to be loved, not an icon to be worshipped. She doesn't like to be worshipped, huh?
Time must be near.
Beautiful homemade illustration condemned me of birds. New eating, complete with feathers found to match the drawings. Complete, not quite. 2 pages are missing feathers. Bonebreaker, crow, and herring gull.
This work shows real sensitivity. Caleb?
Maybe. Not Alexander. I suspect we've just learnt a little about Ruth.
Okay, so it's probably behind that little wall there. No. Where the hell is it? It's not up here. Oh, there it is. withered human heart that once belonged to Ruth Watson.
Of course. Ruth's heart binds them like a bushel of rotting corn.
Wait, what the hell? Did that just fall down?
Ew. What do you have there? Stop right there, you rank rump. Whatever you found, it ain't yours.
You buried Ruth's heart in the ashes of the house that killed her. I find that odd.
You, a ghost, went digging in the ashes of a dead woman's house. You're ill-positioned to call me odd. Don't think I haven't felt your presence before.
Stow your tongue while I speak with Ruth. Ruth, can you hear me? Can you speak?
Puck off.
1 second. Can I grab a drink?
Die. I'm in charge here.
No. Hush ye, Alexander. I'll speak. I'm Ruth. I hear you.
I'm Antea Duarte. We're here to help.
Oh, I'm glad. Please, end this nightmare. Help me.
Go to hell in a bag of shite. We're fine. And you have not the right. You hear? You've not the right.
I don't know which ritual this would. I'll make her manifest, okay.
Her heart! Give it back!
Show yourself and join me now.
No more does he silence me. We may speak.
Where? Oh, just in the body?
Help me, please.
Caleb's letter changed your life. How did it feel at the time?
It tore me in two. I loved Alexander, but I deserved to marry a man who would be true. Caleb seemed decent. I believed he loved me. I thought I married the better brother, but I'd married a liar. A liar and a devil. And yet, not even he deserves this. No one deserves this.
When did you learn that Caleb had lied to you about his brother's infidelity?
Who goes worse shod than the shoemaker's wife? There was no one moment. One day I knew what he'd done, and knew I'd known it for the longest time. Alexander had his flaws, but he loved the whole of me. Now I'm sewn into a festering sack with the quivering remnants of my husband and the angry ghost of his dead brother. Please, let me out.
Who taught Caleb the resurrection ritual?
To say it was taught would mean he'd learned it. He read it off a page. As a sorcerer, Caleb makes a fine cobbler. Thing about Caleb, he was a good listener. As he worked, clients would bend his ear. The Haskell boy, for one. As Caleb pinned the governor's shoes, young Lammy would talk magic. Nonsense, really. But Caleb was listening.
Wait, Lammy Haskell gave Caleb the resurrection ritual.
After Lammy mentioned the ritual, Caleb became obsessed with it. He begged. Lammy, in his misplaced generosity, gave it. Caleb was intent on dark work. Lammy furnished written instructions.
Ruth, your husband Caleb's botched resurrection ritual brought you back, but allowed his brother Alexander to take you hostage.
Once we deal with the Watson brothers, you shall be free to ascend.
Do what you must. I'll suffer it if it leaves me free to go.
No! We can stay. Please, Ruth. Let us stay.
Look at you. You're counterfeit, a sham of a thing. Your so-called life is no life at all. Caleb lied and stole your love. But when the time was right, you lied and stole his body. We're ending this nonsense now.
Fuck, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do Caleb.
Caleb Watson, you're past saving. We can but grant you the mercy of oblivion.
But what about me? What about Ruth?
Ruth is free to go.
I shall have my rest now. Thank you.
I was winning. I was winning.
So I was wondering if that was gonna keep him in the body, but I guess not. Alright. I got one essence alone. Damage away. Increase by 25.
The line twixt love and hate is thin and easily crossed, especially between brothers.
None are better placed to wound than your own blood. That was something.
Don't take it to heart. Their choices are not your business.
Our choices are my business. And their consequences too.
Our love story shall have a better ending. I shall be as I was before, as if I'd never gone away.
Aye. I hear you.
Good. Now, let's see what Lammy Haskell has to say about raising spirits from the dead.
Time to steal a bunch of shit.
Governor.
May I help you, Mr. McCraith?
I have to admit, this is an unusual case.
Yes, but have you solved it?
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible for the plague. At least not directly.
Have you found the witch or have you not?
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic. I have the name.
So, what are you waiting for?
Don't you want to hear the name?
I do not need to. The principle is what matters.
Not exactly. The name is Lamentation Haskell.
No, it can't be. My son is studious. Curious, too curious at times, perhaps. But he does not have a bad bone in his heart.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler used it and became possessed.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption. It happened before. Bring me proof, Banisher. Find the real source of evil.
I'll get it. Mark me. I must find your son, Governor. Sooner rather than later.
His interests take him hither and thither. If he isn't here, he must be working on the outskirts. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. I ordered them emptied when the sickness hit. Here, take the gate key. Go there. See for yourself. You're wrong about him. You're wrong about my son. Needless to say that I count, of course, on your discretion.
I don't really think he practiced the dark arts. He just
He was
gave
quick to condemn
someone
it was his own son on the block.
pages.
Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father may not be able to protect him.
Like, he didn't know if the dude was actually gonna go through with it, or if the fucking ritual would even work. So.
Hell's balls. What happened here?
Something's emanating from under there.
No wonder this place is off limits.
Must be down there. Oh, it's a jump.
Don't let it crush you.
Get back up!
Run, Red.
You do realize you don't have to tell me to run, like, I'm not gonna not run from that weapon.
One of these must be Lammy's hideaway.
Take care. The place is warded.
Lammy, you here?
Look, herbalism. Set of tools including a scalpel, knife, magnifying glass, and other objects. Oh, and a saw.
The incisions are clean. The precision of an expert.
There's magic here, though faint.
It's pretty far from town. My dear Slammy, it's always been a great satisfaction to talk to you again. I love your enthusiasm and wit. You remind me of me when I was your age, so eager to know more about the great mysteries of the world, of all worlds. I only wish I could have stayed longer, but I must go back to Providence. Until then, here are some quick notes I throw at you to quench your thirst. Some of the meager research and humble self has been able to gather in time and patience. I believe it is fair to admit that we know nearly nothing concerning the dreadful Oralu. Only the rarest writing dare talk about it. Is it the mysticism hell only broadcast dare to travel, come back alive? All these forgotten tales, fragments of an unveiled and lost truth. I truly cannot say, but I know this, my dear Lammy. You and me are like Orpheus, ready to cross the forbidden waters and bring back the only fiancé we really cherish, knowledge. The map of the uncharted lands to pass the threshold and bravely walk through the forbidden deserts and icy roads only maddest poets sing about. See what stand beyond and come back home with some more about it. What a thrill, my young friend, what a goal. If only I was younger, just like you, I would follow you in this untold journey. For now I can only advise you to be careful. Yes, the threshold between our world and the other side is thinner and New Eden. That does not mean it will be easier to travel there. According to some of my research, some already tried in this area. Petty warlocks and puny witches. Maybe it is why the threshold is so thin. Maybe it is why the dead seem to be so easily allowed to walk this land. Who can say for sure? Last week, while I was investigating on my own, I have clearly noticed some peculiar vibrations coming from an ancient mill located above a cliff by the seaside. Quite a creepy place, if you ask me. If you were to investigate further into the possibility to find a threshold with the mythical Arulu before we meet again, this could be a place to start. But be sure to be prepared, my dear boy. My old heart could not bear to lose another promising and beloved calling. Until we meet again, I can advise you to keep all this secret. As blessed and gentle as they are, too many of your local friends would not welcome this kind of knowledge you and me both share so cheerfully. Continue roulette.
Arulu. Mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
He mentioned an old mill. Seemed fascinated by the place. nothing incriminating. Yet.
This place is even more fascinating than I imagined. So many unanswered questions waiting to be answered. Monsieur Roulette was right. I am sure the tragic history of the old mill has much more to do with it. I shall go there. I shall do my work there, unmolested by suspicion and unscientific neighbors. There's so much to do.
Remember what we found at Caleb Watson's? Maybe we're not looking in the right place. If I had something to hide, I might hide it in an abandoned mill.
Please not more. Who's common raven? Or is it blah 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 blah? Please ensure that the screens, good fairies, small animals, blah blah blah. Okay, I think that's it. Find your way to the old mill. To the mill!
They never learn, do they? That spectre seen a corpse and it wants it for its own.
God damn it. It's all your fault, Biggin.
I don't think it likes us much.
They're feeding on their own rage.
Then get back up.
Possession incoming.
Try this on yourselves. By a mill?
Away from the village. Perfect for his research. Perfect to hide secrets.
He's not out here for pleasure, that's for sure.
Old mill that away, I guess.
Peaceful. Like home on a good day. Oh, it's hilly, mate. He felt like playing with the lambs. Blair preferred to feed them. And I was too busy dreaming.
And you?
Oh, I cooked them for dinner. The lambs, the girls were furious.
Yes, but they weren't hungry.
Piss off! Spectral nest. I better command them to show themselves. Unveil yourself.
They brought more friends. Down, boy. Have some of this. Away with you.
Get out of there!
Get lost, would you? Let's get back up.
I think I heard the sound of a gun cocking.
A wee Highland kiss for you. Get back up. God, you're tougher than a gadfly.
Follow my voice.
Back down to hell.
I'm only level 4 today, so you guys are level 20s. Lunar knows like shit, man. These guys ain't taking damage.
Watch out. Spectre possession.
Whoa! Where'd you come from?
Hey, more fun.
Get rid of the other Spectre first.
Get lost, won't you?
I can't.
What should we expect up there?
A gateway to the mythical Aralu, whatever that is. Otherwise, terrible tragedy, dark doings, sick secrets, and a wild guess.
Oh, 6 secrets. I thought she said sex secrets. I was like, damn. She's doing some crazy shit up in the mill. Some sex secrets. Self a sex dungeon mill.
They never learn, do they?
Looks derelict. Is he really insane? This would do nicely if I wanted to put my legs up.
I can do some upgrades before I go in there. I don't think I'll be fighting him, but might as well do it while I'm here. Another fast travel location. Yeah, I can't do that. Dang it.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
Hope we're not trying to sneak up on him because I'm just sitting over here just.
I can manifest now.
Someone worked really hard on my board.
Efficient cannon powder. Oh there!
Can't go up the stairs, so yeah. It's down in the dungeon.
Guess we're not going that way.
Oh.
There should be a way up here.
Oh. Raise the stairs, huh? Definitely no one's heard me coming up these stairs or anything, or gunshots or nothing. Give me one more second.
What hides here in the dark? Come out, come out.
First symbol drawing of a witch symbol, ineffective, to be paired perhaps with another symbol to double the effect. Second symbol drawing of a demonologist symbol, absolute failure. Third symbol drawing of another demonologist works if weakly. Fourth, drawing of the first and third symbol mixed together and the symbol is circled. Try this. Okay. So he's definitely dabbling in some dark art shit. I was not mistaken about the hidden potential in this region. The veil between Arulu, something like that. Our world is particularly thin, therefore conductive to breaches. The mad ambition of couple Proctor only served to crack this already existing frailty. And further, poor amateurs are not punished for eternity. However, thanks for the efforts, I've been able to gain a great deal of knowledge in Arulu. Succeeded with everyone else has failed. I cannot fucking read today. The help Haskell's son, who, unlike his stupid father, has potential and therefore can be great use to me. Together we can achieve great things.
This relay lad seems dangerous.
Yes.
Have you seen my ice cream sleeping bag?
The sleeping bags were either in that closet or in the closet in the craft room.
Sure it's not in the laundry?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen it in there. You can check, but I haven't seen it in there.
It is.
His apprentice seems to be following him down the same path.
Unfinished Ghost Ward.
More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
Okay, now let's start with the quest items. I can't wait no longer, Father. Make preach and or lol about with this select men friends in town, but words will not save these people. We have the power and the duty to act, not to cower with fear from our reputations. But Father has always feared the loss of reputation and the point of abandoning his craft. Leave me to learn it in secret for shame. If my father will not act, then I will.
He doesn't speak well of his dad.
He thought he was better. That's not a particularly difficult task, in fairness.
Book of Lesser and Major Affirmations.
Is this one familiar to you?
Yes. In this book, you'll find the ritual of the Lesser Palingenesis.
Huh. The haunting of Caleb Watson comes full circle.
Attempt to translate the Lesser Palingenesis into common English.
Looks like Lammy was trying his hand at translating the ritual into common English.
This is poor work, as we suspected. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong.
We need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something.
found something.
Okay, hold on, I gotta steal some stuff. Manifest increase points cost a decrease of 50%, but damage taken by action increases at 30%. I don't know about that one.
It's just a lift. Why is this mechanism so complex?
The day arrives soon. Our favor shall be rewarded with the greatest gift. The company assembled and ready to ritual I thought on Antonius. Let's discuss here not to eternal life beckons. Alright, what do we got in here? A severed head!
Should be useful.
Okay, got the crank.
More magic muckery. What exactly was he up to?
I don't know, but he killed a lot of animals when everyone else is starving. Subject immediately sense my presence. Herbs are not particularly effective on its senses. Failure once more, yet it seemed to be saved for a moment. Could this be a link to the organic tissue I use? Need to check. Inconclusive. I may not be able to fool it, but I can come near. It starts to get agitated. Test with ghost ward. Increase effect. Insufficient. Collect ingredients. Could be the symbols. Still not working as expected. I believe I am onto something. We'll finalize soon.
His final notes sound optimistic. Did he succeed?
I don't know. Let's crank up some windmill and find out.
The lift should work now.
Pick that up later. Locked. Says to go down. Go down where? What are you talking about? This is locked. There's no lift. Are you guys smoking crack? There's no other way down. Unless it's down on the side of the cliff. I don't know how to get down there though.
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
Dead woman. So confused right now. Alright, let's go up, I guess, I don't know. See if the lifts up higher somewhere for some reason, and it's just telling me to go down for another reason.
This place has been a veritable Aladdin's cave of madness and horror.
It's an abandoned mill, Antea. It's no Versailles.
I missed that one earlier. Nope. Oh, the lift was up here the whole time. Yeah. Fucking figures.
All this is more serious than we thought. I'm apprehensive. Not just because we're going underground.
We'll be careful. We don't know what Lammy was up to. And the signs are not encouraging.
Should have said use the lift. Like, on the lift, not fucking take the lift and then point downwards.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all.
I love caves. Caves are fun.
Creeping ivy.
I always hated these sap-thirst hellspaws. Another sorrow used as a guardian. You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all.
Creeping ivy.
I always hated these sap-thirsty spectres. Hellspaws. Another sorrow used as a guardian.
Every totem killed makes it stronger.
Things feed at last. That was filthy. When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. Here, I found something. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. Is this how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance?
Oh, I gotta enter the breach. Come on.
I know.
Sure I get everything before I leave. First try, December 22nd, 1637, did not last more than a few minutes. December 25th, the chicken lasted much longer than the pig. It was because of its small size and required less essence. Wait, you did that on Christmas, bro? You killed a chicken and sacrificed it on Christmas? Failed, the carcass was too massive, it seemed the ritual didn't even work at all. According to the tradition, only the dead may enter the void. Now shall escape it, but the tablets of Miesios, I don't know, prove that the breaches exist for a bull Pijira. And the burning of furs and desert in the world, and many wounds on the earth at the impact of forgotten birds. Sites opening such breaches, however, require rituals and fortitude and contemplate the many secrets of the void. The prisoner shall bypass or confront the guardians of these gates. Baptized by gatekeepers in ancient tongues. These enslaved guardians are unstable, insatiable, wretched watchers, assuming countless glorious forms to perform their tasks in all eternity. Muslims, swords twisted, disfigured, dissident, pontiffs crying. Especially the third field, always special gates, legends are mean, in the past, true crusaders. Exact translation of the expression found in the original chapters among the Mother Sipton and the choice of the word unveils much undreamt necessity. Text dare to speak about these rituals, not eager to devour them, the worst banquet, the void's eternal lessons. Oh, many before me turned into some affected sorrow, punished by the teethy satisfactions of Kalu. Also delighted in that please their dreadful queen. Okay. Apparently he's, yeah, doing some dumb shit.
So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do.
Boy traveling. I do like the cinematic they made for the boy traveling. It's pretty cool.
rituals, void beach, general weirdness. I mean, can't be far.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
I don't know where they're at. Try to find them.
Demonologists really like pushing the limits of their knowledge without considering other lives.
That just makes them human.
That's true.
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm?
That's a first. I've never found anything in the void before.
The ward's power is gone.
That didn't sound good. How's that purple thing? Oh, Jesus. Missed that shot completely. What did he make here? Couple of crows and a rabbit.
Raging vandal.
Run away from me, bitch.
You're done.
Ghost wards cannot manifest.
Alright. So where to? This way? No, I don't think so. Any jumps? Don't see any. weird. I came up here, shot dude, blah blah blah. Ah, rope. That's why I didn't see it. Didn't think so. Wait. There's a torch last time that took me that way, so what's this way? Just a cage. That's it. Okay. That was not important. Thanks for taking me there. If I was a cage enthusiast, I might have actually enjoyed that part of the game.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
Yeah, definitely pretty creepy.
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased.
Hand-drawn map of the Harrow's initials ER. 2 places have been circled and made a mill and God's Acre Cemetery. The veil between Aru and the Incarnate seems particularly thin in these two areas. A breach. Ghostly apparitions have controlled and least shepherd and have varied in known rituals. These must be performed to great care lest controlled be ceded to potential catastrophic effects. If the words are powerful, one point appropriate protections are not carefully used, the ghost will appear but not bend to the demonologist's will and be avoided risk of widespread injuries, death, or worse.
This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void. So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Oh, plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described, but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the lesser palingenesis.
Oh. You know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual, not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettersheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. Add doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course. The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
You mistake foolishness for audacity. You must mend your ways.
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Do you remember Deborah?
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
I think the dude he was writing letters with possessed his body.
You did not find the void breach beneath the mill by accident. You had help. Who taught you?
I did my research.
Suddenly, you're a man of few words.
I'd rather not involve those not present. Discretion, you understand.
We find you up to your neck in the blackest magic, speechifying about your transcendent journey. Your life is on the line, Lammy.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye. I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
He taught you in secret.
On his visits, I would assist him with the research for the writing of his books. When the curse fell, he fled with thick-skinned Newsmith and left all his work behind. I hope he made it. I'd surely like to one day show him the advances I've made upon his work.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's Plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
By the Araloo, do you mean the void?
Neither name does it justice. This place is beyond words. The Araloo, Mr. McCraith, is made of the very fabric of our primordial myths. Isn't it amazing?
How can you be sure the void has tainted the region?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Was it the same illness?
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Aralu. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
Confusion, paralysis. Can you tell me more?
I felt my movements slowing, my thinking too. Space seemed to thicken. But wait, what if it was not space thickening, but time slowing? In recent months, many in New Eden have spoken of similar feelings, of lost time, hours untrackable, days passing unremembered. Who knows how the Aralu disturbs the minds and bodies of women and men? Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Aralu is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Aralu is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
On a quest to right his father's from a enemy castle that's been studying forbidden magic.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just you're the first ghost I've met, in person, as it were.
I don't eat. Not in the way you do. I feel hunger. Again, not in the way you do.
Fascinating. And can you touch things, smell them? Are colours the same as you remember them?
My senses are different. It's difficult to describe how. I can see, sometimes touch. I cannot smell. Red tells me this is a blessing.
How do you manifest in this plane? Do you feel bound, or are you here by choice?
It feels as if I were clinging to a rope, high above the abyss. Even if I wished to let go, I could not bring myself to do it.
I see. What about your Banisher skills? Can you use them? Do the accoutrements of your craft still work? As a ghost, do they not harm you?
The marks on my hands and the rings on my fingers aren't actually there. They have no more effect on me than a memory.
Can you talk to any ghost you wish?
No. I sense traces of their presence. To talk to them, I must still do the work.
And yet here I am, talking to you. How marvelous. The dead are rarely as articulate, nor are they accommodating. In fact, they're often quite rude.
We should probably get going. Some other time, then.
But we have merely scratched at the surface of the great mysteries. I mean, look around us. We stand here beyond the ultimate frontier. Sorry. I mean to say, yes, Mistress Duarte.
Just gonna go grab a drink. Be right back. Hopefully finish this one up. surprised we didn't just like fucking pick him up and haul him off.
Okay, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
I was as earnest as he. Ah, the rank enthusiasm of youth. It's sickening, really. I don't know if the paralysis and confusion applies to me, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Only one way to find out.
I don't want to step in that shit.
Oh, God. I need a wee bit of help here. Well, that was not pleasant. Not pleasant at all.
Beware. Wards.
I don't think so.
Where the hell's the ward at? Oh, I think I see it. I think I see it. I thought I saw it up here.
I can't worry.
Y'all see it at all? I don't see it. Is it up over there, maybe? Don't like running around in circles so much.
I don't think so.
Where the fuck is it? Okay, yes, I see that I gotta jump that way, but
Ghost wards cannot manifest.
Seriously? Can't find a fucking ghost ward. Had it been somewhere where... There it is.
No more wards.
Thank you.
I have another in sight.
Exactly now.
Aim small, miss small.
It oozes through the breach. Suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate too.
Probably in that fucking giant hole that we saw by the town.
Who goes there?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone.
Well, we saw it. We're not alone.
What might you be then?
What was?
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
The cries of the innocent have reached the ears of the Lord Almighty.
perhaps you would argue against the colors of the drapes. We attended the meeting house in rigor. The sermon Sunday last was particularly beautiful, and I'm certain you would have enjoyed it. Men of higher yet in New England, the last letter you mentioned, the farm has some trouble. God tests, you are full sure you will pass the examination. However, should you need it, Reuben will be delighted to make you alone. We may also consider a visit should you agree to certain stipulations on your behalf and manner of speaking, particularly to Reuben, to observe neither Wedling nor Stride remarks your daughter.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs.
Is it just...
It's me, you're...
I felt it too.
Rob hair, tills ales, bread, candles, carpenter wood, sundries, blah blah blah. Just a bunch of different shit.
The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Since Paradox broke the jar, releasing the prohibitive curses upon mankind, epidemics, and often considered punishment or ordeal imposed by the gods struck in the narrow sight, scientists begin or beg to differ, to prefer in search for natural causes to many consequences. As often the answer is somewhere else between these rival conceptions seen beyond them. Undoubtedly all the epidemics do to come from the breach of the fabric of the incarnate, but the regulatory and the manipulative such incidents throughout the world should not be counted as evidence that such breach influence on the other side, rule the great below, after all, the Pandora's true name. Spencer gifts in the form of birth, healers, doctors, priests, witches, all should search those signs. Scripture does for voids preaches and the gifts of all they remain like ants trying to stop a forest fire as long as the blind zealots arresting the hangling sorcerers and worshippers supposedly spread the disease. When most of the time the cultists assemble here because oozing gifts called them in the first place, they will be like sheep, confusing the sheepdogs with the wolves, offering opportunities to the true pursuer to investigate without being noticed. I suppose I'm going to love looking at all the ill mouth upon the new Eden ER. The one being astonished and confessed these things to be true, that she and the other person named in the Peter natural conclusion of familiar pain as to whether she had expressed confidence. She was answered she had not, only the promise to go with him when he called, which accordingly she had sundry times. That was done. let's just move on.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
Gibbs, I thank you for your note. God himself knows times are hard. You could not honor our last order of grain was understandable. We find ourselves in a similar position upon the death of our last cattle. Must cancel our next order. Please find and close the balance of our account, which we shall consider closed, at least until better times come again. God save us all from this curse.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well...
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
Your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
They were determined to do for her. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
You bastard!
I already investigated the house, didn't I? Did I miss something? That. Pretty sure I read this.
Official cannon powder.
It's about to shoot.
Dude, I've looked at everything in the house. What more is there to see? Inspect. Seen it. Inspect. Seen it. Ooze, I seen it. Some other ooze, didn't see it. Something over there.
Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
That was it.
Shite stuff up.
Spot to get down.
Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
I can't help you.
God damn it.
The Lord's power is gone. I can't worry. I don't think so.
see it from up above here. Still don't see it.
I can't help you. Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body. Let me clear it up.
Expected no less from you, Mrs. Gibbs.
They never learn, do they?
Piss off!
Throwing a tantrum, are you? Someone didn't want to stay dead.
Haskin and Stumpflocker here fled from their homes. We have room for all the heroes. There's a mold in the wall near the front door. I shall scrape it off. The mold has turned into a sickly black ooze between the boards and the crops, such as they have failed. The governor and his band of weak-hearted souls that brought the curse with them. May the Lord deliver us. The laxative is everywhere. Folks sick and half breathing, bleeding from orifices. I care mention some of you would not. The devil spits where I flooded with it. I am reminded of 7 years ago when the plague last hit. I pray to God to grant me Clemency Gibbs, my loyal and moderately capable husband, Antipas. What the fuck? The wisdom of once against a witch. God will help me. The governor used magic as boys. What is his name? The idiot. He put a pagan totem in the house. I tore it down. After this, I saw the Haskell into the well, and then the earth shook, and then Haskell was up too.
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden time with the governor.
That's not what the woman they accused was saying.
The Gibbs were not at home to rational explanations.
No, we need to find something else.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
Try another one. Eyes peeled.
past them.
Over there.
What? Where?
Elusive little buggers.
Off we go then.
Why did I get to do them? We're sick ducks. Aye.
I don't know why she's trying to look at a map. It's 2 out of the 3.
Don't step in that. I mean it.
Find a way around then.
Beware. Wolves.
Are those echoes we're hearing, or the shadows speaking?
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first?
Oh, it's up there. I see it.
I'm back.
At long last.
That was what I was supposed to find up there, right? I know my hands started to glow and I just started moving too damn fast. Sometimes I do that.
The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
Still can't shoot the damn thing.
Well,
Possession incoming. This isn't over yet.
I feel like a bloody target.
Watch out. Spectre possession.
Get lost, won't you? Away with you!
this looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source. Wasn't I always?
This is cursed, no doubt.
You are gone, I command you.
That's it. Increases damage. The third punch attack reduces my efficiency. I'll stick with this one for now. Thank you very much.
This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow.
This is how they kill their fear. This is how I die.
Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
The ooze is turning us against each other.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. Now join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
Great! More fun.
Get back up.
Try this on for size. Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Obake liquefy. This is something else. The ooze reacted to our presence. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them.
1 second, I gotta go to the bathroom.
We should search this place more thoroughly. We can't leave yet.
Okay. leave spot.
This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
Oh, now we can go this way?
A safe harbor, should we need a moment's peace.
Well, I just like this game, Martin.
Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down? A vivid memory from the dead is somewhere near. I sense the vivid echo of a ghost's memory.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stolen.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
Dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
And do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. Why now?
He's afraid. The Earth took the Gibbs house. Perhaps he thought he was a target too. The Gibbs had a hand in rigging the witch trial, but he was the one who sealed it.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob. This can't be good.
Boss battle, let's do it. Okay, I lied. Let's not do it. There's a lot of them. I don't want to do it anymore.
Bring forward the accused.
Who are you?
Confess! Let them speak. If we speak, so you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Let who in the grave. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart. Guilty!
Sworn to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embrace one.
The charges. Cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict. Guilty. The sentence. Pain hereafter.
Let's do it.
I only seek the truth.
Bloody hell. Is that me? That's a cheap trick. What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it.
The shadow's got its strength back.
Don't let the ooze get back to its shadow.
Wasn't expecting to fight myself today.
That red is in the past. I'm not him anymore.
I never wanted this. I hate the very thing I've become. Yeah? Well, I rebuke his. I'll take care of this thing. You won't do that again.
This thing is mine.
I thought I was gonna have to play it just about just the chick.
And Tia died to help New Eden. And still we fight this curse.
What more do you want from us?
The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
Enough.
Governor Quill has signed Deborah's death warrant. Pervertidos Phantom's nightmare. Avatar judgment. After the defeat of powerful ghost, the essence will automatically be consumed by Edney and Taya to make her stronger. Yeah.
Can we please get out of here?
We got some new gear, man. Melee attack and punch attack damage increased by 10%. Hell yeah. And what'd you get? Did you get a new necklace? I think we had that. There was wristband. Defeat an enemy with a punch attack reduces the damage taken by 90%. It's not bad. What's this one? I'm gonna hang on to it for right now. I like my new outfit. It's cool. Kind of samurai-esque.
That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel judged. Like I'll never be understood again. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such specter of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Ignorance caused this. A raging epidemic drove them out of their minds. Unable to look within, they pointed the finger.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
We're trying to gigantic gravity construction of rock and mud, and entity judge, weighing the guilt of those brave enough and foolish enough to approach it, woe beyond the community under which it lies or spreads not but poison. This one was executed by Haskell made in 1688 epidemic incidents. Simply obsessed by injustice of Deborah. Commonness. This might be a hard one. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I feel something close.
baby. Looking sexy. Said you looking sexy.
Ah, seems to be stuck.
Got a little bump on your stomach?
No. Shut up. What do you want for dinner? You never know.
'Cause I really don't care.
I know, but you have to start caring. How are we ever gonna have a baby if you don't even care? How are we ever gonna have a baby if you don't even care?
I already told you I got snipped like years ago. What's it having dinner?
You have to know how to cook.
No, you don't. It's baby food.
No, not for very long.
Pretty long.
Love doing that.
Went in, Rayleigh?
How was your day? How was your day?
So do we have a truck? Get it all put up? Your regional's gonna be there tomorrow. Katie had somebody complain about her on Sunday when I wasn't there.
Why? What'd you do?
We just got these ratchets in, and Josie was gonna go look for them, and she didn't because Katie said we didn't have any. And when they looked online, it said they did, and which we actually didn't. It's a display. And then pretty much they said that they were all, she was only gonna sell it to a white person.
That's what they said?
Yeah. I don't know if they're Mexican or black or what, but I'm like, oh my god. I did the two bubble and caps.
That down there, I was tense. I was impatient.
Me too. That infamy really got to us.
Years of anger coursed through me.
This is what an infamy does. It's over now. We're here.
I said something to hurt you. I'm sorry.
I forgive you. And I hope that you forgive me too.
Can't shoot the ghost symbols down yet.
How refreshing it is to the... soul to be at once thus delivered of that which was so much its trouble. There is nothing that keeps wicked. One thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves.
Oh, good. His latest sermon. We haven't missed it.
I did quite a bit of work to the place since I've been gone.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet in his name they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people here.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banishers speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. There's a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her. And it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a woman, a teacher, living peaceably among friends, until there came a plague. In fear, the good people went to their governor. The devil walks among us, they said, and you must save us, or we will find someone who will. This governor knew he could not save them, but he could give them a witch. She would confess, or she would be judged.
Deborah Comenius was a witch, Mr. McCraith. She was the devil's tool, and worse, much worse.
The picture of yourself that you hold in your mind is that of a great occultist.
To repel the devil, the wise and fearless man must learn the Black Spy's tricks.
Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil, past the hem, beyond the invisible?
Dad.
Have you ever heard
When
of...
did I start going to Renaissance Fair?
I think we took your first one, you were 3 or 4.
Oh, come on, Raven. You gotta go tell Mom. Mom
Why?
didn't even remember.
Back to the story.
The Araloo.
What gibberish is this?
No? Your good friend Etienne Roulet did not, it seems, deem you worthy of his secrets. Never mind. Do you then consider yourself a true demonologist?
In order that a war be just, 3 things are necessary. Firstly, the authority of the sovereign. Secondly, a just cause. Thirdly, a rightful intention.
Aye, the Summa Theologiae of St. Thomas Aquinas, a classic quote from which you have conveniently omitted an important detail. To wit, a just cause is required, namely that those who are attacked should be attacked because they deserve it on account of some fault.
Got you there, buddy.
The trial was not fair. You had no proof, and you knew it.
Credible witnesses gave believable testimony, sir.
Witnesses like Gibbs, who pressured you into a guilty verdict to avoid being suspected of witchcraft yourself.
There was pressure, I'll not deny it. But I did what I did to protect the colony. It was a difficult time.
You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
What do you really want, Governor?
I wish only to serve. I am the trusted servant of the good people of New Eden. Without me, they're lost.
Without them, you would be lost.
Yes. Maybe I do need them. How very human of me. But these people undoubtedly need me, Mr. McCraith. And there is no one else.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more. No thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it? Belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken. Secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
He's a goner.
You had the power to stop the madness, but instead you chose to let it run all the way to its barbaric conclusion. You brought the curse down on New Eden. Then you called we Banishers in to fix your mistake.
You boast of your knowledge of demons and spirits, but in truth, you master nothing. You're a peacock. All show and no meat. I'm not here today to bring justice. But this man, your governor, brought death to your doors. He deserves blaming.
And shame on me if I don't do it.
Hell's bells!
Friends, have I ever not served the interests of our community? Have I not protected you? Have I not loved you?
Oh, oh, God. To the living.
Death to the dead.
Was she a fucking banisher?
This is unfair.
Is the evil gone for good?
Far from it.
Then who will protect us?
I will. While Mr. McCraith fights the curse of New Eden, I will protect the people of the Harrows. Or at least, try. Now let's all return to our homes and pray for forgiveness and the strength to bear the consequences of our actions. Your fee. One of the many debts my father left me.
You'd best put your own debts first. Your Master Haskell.
Don't I know it?
Lift up.
I hate this place. Rest up, then please, let's get out of here.
You're angry. Can tell.
Of course you can. Aren't you angry?
I'm what? Disgusted. Disgusted by what we saw down there. By the sins Fairfax Haskell committed in the name of his god. I hope they all burn in hell. For that I hate myself.
Don't lose yourself. You've done far more than I could ever have asked.
I'll do what it takes, and gladly. You need not ask it.
The closer we get to my body, to the truth about what happened here, the stronger I feel. My senses rise. It's as if I can taste the silence, smell the scent of wood smoke, feel the warmth of your body, feel Deborah's wrath. I feel it as if it were my own. I know her rage. But that anger of mine, that fear, I thought when I left home, I'd left them behind.
You thought by becoming a banisher, you'd overcome your anger and fear.
I thought at least I'd gain control. I'm a big bad banisher. I fear no ghost. I understand now that this control was but a mere illusion. So much so that the sister I thought was gone for good seems to be winding her way back to me.
Your sister, Ayomide, wasn't it?
No. As a child, before I left Cuba, I had a friend. I chose to call her my sister. That night, the night I died, I dreamed of her. I dreamed of Calendre.
Did you go looking for her? Was she near him? It's not beyond the realm of possibility.
It's so far beyond the realm of possibility you wouldn't believe it. No, she wasn't there. But I heard her voice. I'd swear on it. How could that be?
The nightmare, perhaps?
I don't think so. The nightmare felt close. This felt like it came from further away. As if from a different realm of being altogether.
What did you hear her say?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think she said we were family. Never to be divided.
She's after my job. She can't have it. I'm your family now. Nothing's tearing us apart.
No. Not even death.
Still angry?
Gloriously.
Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Wildlands startup here in about 5 minutes.